Good morning. So it is a Tuesday and it's one of my busiest days at work. So I run my own business and I'm just going to show you what my morning looks like, my morning routine. I've actually started a little bit later than usual. Usually I start at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday, but today I'm starting later. So I have a bit more time to show you what my morning looks like. So what I've done so far is I have unloaded the dishwasher and got ready and made my bed, and now I am just feeding the dogs whilst we have this chat. So you can see them or hear them gobbling up their food, and I'm also just drinking my morning smoothie, which is something that I've started or restarted doing since the new year. So it's just whey protein, banana flavoured with a teaspoon of organic peanut butter and oat milk, excuse me. And I use the Alpro oat milk because it doesn't have any rapeseed in. So if you look at most of the other really tasty oat milks, barista oat milks, they have rapeseed or lots of chemicals, whereas the Alpro one doesn't. So that's why I use that one. And then I'm going to be taking these doggies for a walk in a minute. Okay. Okay, calm down, come here. Ollie, get off of him. Biggie. Good boy, Ollie. No, you're faffing around too much. If you stand still, I can do it. There you go. That's one done. Come here, Biggie. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. You're beautiful and you're beautiful. Yes, let's get ready to go. Go on. Good boy, Biggie. Right there, right there, right there. You have to wait because I need to put my shoes on. Wait. Wait. So hard putting shoes on when you're pregnant. Well, you're a good boy because you're sitting when I take you off the lead. Biggie, go. But you, mister, not so good. So this is the building work that's going on near where we live. But that little reservoir-y pond thing looks like it could be a really nice feature. I love water. So we're on our morning dog walk. I'm in the process of being diagnosed for ADHD, and as a result of that I've noticed that like my behaviour and actions are not quite normal compared to Sam's. So for example, when I take the dogs out, it takes me a lot longer to take the dogs out than it would most people because I forget things, I faff around, like my mind gets super distracted. So I do have to allocate some time for that. But when we finally do get out, I do a different walk most days, just like a different route. And then cycle through that just because I get so bored of doing the same thing. And it also depends whether it's been raining. So the route I'm going to be doing today is because it's been really, really wet, is partially on like a path, and then we will go into some mud, but other than that, where I live is very, very waterlogged, so I try to avoid that when I cannot be bothered to deal with mud and muddy dogs, because it takes me an extra while to clean them up, and sometimes I have to bath them after. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful walk. The morning is lovely and it's such crisp air at the moment, and just look at the sky. So this is the part where it gets muddy, but because it's cold, it's a bit icy at the top, so it's not too slippery, which is quite nice. But it's more of a challenge now that I'm pregnant, because my balance isn't as good as it used to be. Woo! And it is usually a lot worse than this, so this does look quite bad. You look at my feet. What? Then you kind of get why I try to avoid the mud when it's super wet. Well, this is all crunchy. And then we get to this really beautiful streamy part where it's covered in trees. And you can hear that I'm so out of breath. And that's a pregnancy thing. Which didn't really kick in till a few weeks into the second trimester. So it's, can really affect my ability of using stairs and dog walking and all of that. So once we're out of here, we get to a really lovely orchard, which unfortunately is going to be knocked down for housing, which is sad because it's going to ruin my morning walk. Hello doggies, waiting for me. Well done. So we're about 35-40 minutes into our walk. They've been off the lead for a while now, and I've managed to give Ollie a ball. But that just kind of keeps him a bit closer. Not really sure why. He doesn't give it back to me. He just holds it and walks around with it. But during my kind of morning walk, I start to think about my day and plan what it's going to look like. And then just think about like dinner and what my evening looks like and different things like that. Monday and Tuesday for me are really, really busy days. So I usually don't do any gym. I just do my walking, which does get me out of breath and does get me sweaty, so it's quite a paced walk. And then my gym kind of falls Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then if I fancy it on a Sunday, but I'm usually exhausted by Sunday. But apart from that, I just wanted to kind of talk about some pregnancy things which have made walking a lot harder. Obviously putting shoes on in the morning is a lot harder, especially boots. Getting out of breath. Inclines are much harder. The nausea can really... Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on the dogs. They're a little bit too far away. One sec. Biggie! Ollie! Come on! This way! Good boys. That is a first. They don't usually listen to me that well. The nausea has been really bad. Like this morning, I just woke up wretched. Felt really, really sick. But no sickness. And at least it's not happening constantly. It's just kind of maybe 15 minutes in the morning. And then I feel a lot better. But I do definitely think eating something small and sweet in the morning helps. So my protein shake really helps. I don't really like biscuits, so I used to eat the ginger biscuits and it was really bad just to help, but it's just not something I crave in the morning. I find it really hard to force myself. And then that's it. So I think this evening I'm going to start thinking about my pregnancy, my last 5 months of pregnancy fitness program. I've been doing CrossFit up until now, but I've just reached a point where I'm just really craving strength training, and I don't really want to like sweat as much at the moment. I don't know why, it just feels a lot harder. So more strength based stuff, less high intensity work. So I'm going to start thinking about that, and then I'm going to create a separate video just recording like my thought process behind it, and then I'll share my program with you, and then I'll start sharing the workouts with you and different things like that, just so you have a better idea as to what that looks like for me as somebody who has always been active, and what that looks like through pregnancy, because I know a lot of people who are pregnant who do CrossFit and have just had to stop. I feel like I'm very lucky I haven't stopped, and I've been able to continue consistently about 3 sessions a week, which isn't as much as I used to do, but at least it's 3, and for me I'm really pleased with that. So yeah. Go back. Sit down. Right. You know the drill, Biggie. You do. Go on then, pause. Good boy. You're a good boy. Ollie. What, darling? Why did you do that? You got a sore leg? Ollie. Come here. Come here. Come. One paw. You're not as dirty. 2 paws. Underneath. Back paws. just spent an hour doing some emails and some admin, some work admin, and I'm just about to have a wee, and then I'm off to work. So that is how I spend my morning before work, and it just makes me start my day really well with a fresh mindset, and it's been really, really crucial for managing like my mental health and my fitness throughout pregnancy. I've just taken the stairs, so I'm super out of breath. So yeah,